Enzyme by Nadira, Renata, Putri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Dira as your teacher of this topic. So you have know well the topic we're going to discuss? Yep, it's about enzyme. Perhaps some of you already hear in the term of enzyme, but some of you may confuse about it. Let's start it. Now you can see the animation and you can imagine by yourself. The case, there is a man who eat noodle with a big portion. Maybe it takes 15 minutes to finish the food. Have you ever wondered how can your body digest that big food only for 1 hour? Or maybe you eat the sandwich with many layers, then it will be digested in around less than 1 hour. It's not only because of the content inside the stomach or our mouth, but there is a molecule which help our digestion system. Next is, you can see those are some organs in our body, such as stomach, liver, kidneys, and intestine. Actually, many organs exist in our body. So based on my explanation before, inside stomach, there is a molecule that help a system work. Same case in other organ, the molecule is accessed like in the liver too, and also kidney, and also other organs. And the molecule, we call it as enzyme. So now, what are enzymes? You can make your hypothesis by my explanation before. But for getting clear, we jump into the definition of enzyme. Here, the enzyme are proteins that have several functions as biological catalysts. I'm not sure you are understand about this because I used the scientific word to describe it. So we can underline the main phrase in here. There is a protein and also biological catalyst. That two phrases is the main of the enzyme is. So we can jump into the next slide to looking for the meaning of two phrases that we have underlined it. This is the special of enzyme. So enzyme have 4 facts, but actually maybe more than 4. But this is the main fact of the enzyme. So the first one, enzymes help speed up chemical reaction in human body. Because of the enzyme are catalyzed, so they help our body to react with the chemical reaction. Do you still remember the animation in the first slide? So why the digestion of some food takes a short time? It's because of help from the enzyme. So the enzyme break down the food protein to make it faster. Because our body only need protein in the food, so the enzyme help it. And second, enzyme only act on the one type of molecule. It's related with the third fact, which is enzymes are very specific. So because enzyme only act on one type, so it makes their very specific. Like the enzyme for the fat, it different with the enzyme with the carbohydrate. Okay, so the last is enzyme are reused or recycle. So the enzyme will be release some protein and then catch again and then release again. So they are reused or recycled. Next, this is the enzyme look like. So enzyme work because of there is a conjugation of the enzyme with the substrate. This is the enzyme and this is the substrate. You can see the enzyme have active site. This is the place that will be taken by the substrate. So how do enzyme work? I can show you. There is a 3 steps that I will explain it. So the first one is collide. So the enzyme and substrate always moving. So in our body, such as maybe, for example, in the stomach. So the enzyme is always moving, and then until they collide and the substrate fits into the enzyme at the active site. And the second one, after the substrate match with the enzyme, and the reaction will be occur. And then the last, after the reaction finish, the molecule will be released. And in this case is breaking down the molecule. So there is 2 molecule and we call it as product. Remember, the enzyme use lock and key mechanism. So they have to get the suitable pair. So the enzyme cannot freely choose the substrate. Because of that, the enzyme very specific. Next, it's about function of enzyme. In our body, many of enzymes exist with different functions. These are the functions which are really familiar with us. The first is protease. The protease used for break down the protein into amino acid. Next, carbohydrates. Is break down the carbohydrate into glucose. Lipase is break down the fat into fatty acid or glycerol. Next is amylase, which is break down the starch into sugar maltose. Actually, many functions of enzyme, but those are the most important function. You can see there is a difference from one type of enzyme into the other. The different shape shows the different function of enzyme. Maybe that's all about enzyme. Let's make a summary of this topic. So here we go. The first, enzyme is needed to speed up chemical reaction in our body. The next, there are very specific because only act on one molecule. And it occurs in every system of our body. Enzyme always moving, and the last enzyme has active site to catch the substrate. Thank you for watching this video, and please go to this link to check your understanding about this topic. Bye!